Have the gods forsaken us? Our emperor has faltered, and we are fractured. We are but playthings, marching to the drums that clap like thunder. We die with a scream and a cold breeze. Fight with the spear, fight with the sword, with bow and shield. Take back our shores of Korantia. Turn the gods' eyes back to us. Make them see our courage, our honor, our glory. We are the empire of men, men destined to inherit the earth. None will stop us. Fight on, men of the golden shield, the silver spear, the bronze sword. Fight for Korantia. Alright, welcome to Chapter 4 of Shores of Korantia, a mini-campaign using Mythras in the game Shores of Korantia, as you see. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you like Blades and Blasters, go ahead and subscribe. That would be great. Tonight I have Wanderer as Cineas, Rogue as Aegeus, Matt as Phaedra, and Ghost as Gorgos. And we will get started from where we left off. You are in the streets of the Odos. The Odos is the streets of smells. This is a district in Naxos that is known for the poverty. Gangs and thieves and others make their homes here. For most of you, this is not a place that you have ever been, or at least half of you, Cineas and Aegeus, until just this very day, where Phaedra lives in this hovel, and Gorgos routinely patrols it. You had been mostly coming from Basil's bathhouse in contemplation of what you'll do next, as he looks for where Karina is being held. He told you that it might take a day or possibly two to figure this information out. As you're walking through the streets, Cineas, you see a familiar person, a servant of Anaxos's. He is at a exotic market stall buying, you don't really know what, spices, herbs. It's hard to tell from here, and even if you saw it, you might not have a clear understanding unless it's medicinal. I believe you approached him last time.
Yeah, I think I approached the stallholder first and asked what they were selling, and then went after him.
Yeah, the storeholder just basically gives you the rundown of all these exotic plants and that sort of thing. He says, one cures impotence, one cures headaches, all these things. You're not sure that why your brother would actually buy any of that sort of stuff. As you do approach the servant, he does turn in your direction.
Is he someone I know? Presumably I recognized him, so I must have. I thought that's how I know he's my brother's servant.
Yeah, you recognize him.
Would he know me?
You think probably so. Yes, he's one of your brother's slaves.
You there?
Oh yes. What is it, my master, Cineas? Yes.
Yes, indeed. You on an errand for my brother?
Of course. My entire life is at your brother's whim.
What does he have you buying?
Uh, uh, y- he sent me with certain things to buy from this man. He kind of shows them to you. Most of them are the same as what you would expect, what you saw in the stalls. Herbal things, other random pieces and bits and baubles, all exotic in nature.
Yeah, now my brother and I have a long-standing disagreement, and
Mhm.
I keep it. I've we had a massive argument because I accused him of following our father's footsteps into sorcery, and he denied it.
Right.
So that would be the first thing that would come to my
Hmm.
mind. So, does this stuff look sort of plausibly like sort of trappings or ingredients used for sorcery? Not that I really know, but
Yeah, I
plausibly.
mean, it could be anything, right? I mean, exotic items from distant lands, sure.
Mm. So I'll sort of look over the stuff and sigh theatrically and say to the servant, "So, what is Anaxios doing these days?"
Uh, he has joined the Senate. I do believe this is reported. We are all very proud of Master Anexios.
Hmm. Yes, I see. And what does he do at home these days?
It is not my business to know or to speak of it, my lord.
I will slip him a silver coin and say, "Of course, but I'm family, and I'm sure you notice things."
Give me a standard influence roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. Ah, well, now that you mention it, and he cups the coin and sticks it in the fold of his robe. Yes, he has been having many visitors lately, people that I do not know, and some that I have heard are very wealthy and influential people of the city. Of course, this makes a great amount of sense, considering he has been elected to the Senate.
No, this is not unusual in itself. And how does he seem in himself?
Cox said, "What do you mean, master?"
Um, is he happy? Is he worried? Is he tense? Is he preoccupied? How
He
would you describe him, his mood?
raises his eyes. He is as he always has been. He is dutiful.
Hmm.
He does not seem overly concerned about things, but he is serious man.
Hmm. And did he say what he wanted with these items?
He did not, my lord. He does not tell me what he wishes for certain things. He is his own man. I am but his humble slave.
Where did he tell you to take them when you get them home?
I am to bring them to him, of course.
Not to the kitchen or the storeroom, to him directly.
Yes, to him directly. That is what I was told.
Hmm. Very interesting. Huh. Very well. Thank you.
Yes.
Um, and
Should I tell him that you are asking for him?
I'll slip him another silver coin and say, "I do not think that will be necessary."
Of course. Well, masters, he bows to each of you and uh, good day, and he shuffles off.
I do not trust my brother. I will say to probably to Aegeus.
What are you worried about?
Well, there is a dark cloud that hangs over our family. We have, we've always been fortunate. Sometimes strangely fortunate if you read into the family histories, as I have. And I've long suspected that my grandfather paid a price for that fortune. A dark price. He and my father were both sorcerers. I have a great distaste for sorcery myself, and once I began to suspect they had made some sort of bargain for our family fortune, my distaste for sorcery grew. My brother has always denied being involved in those unsavory arts, but I've long suspected he dabbles. Those ingredients, it's hard to know, but I fear he is dabbling again.
He might be making some dark witchcraft with his items he's buying.
It is possible. Perhaps he is just scheming when he's meeting with all these people, but if he is inviting influential people into his house and then performing some sorcery upon them, I'm perhaps making far too much of little, if any, evidence. But my distrust of our family and sorcery runs deep.
Perhaps you should go visit him. Maybe after we goes.
Yes, I fear that this is a conversation my brother and I have had before. Conversation. Argument. We have shouted in each other's faces until we were hoarse. It accomplished nothing. I will have to find proof if I'm to get anywhere with this discussion. I need to think on this. Is the I'll go over to the stallholder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, my good man, the servant who was just buying from you.
Yes, master.
Is he a regular customer?
Oh, I have not seen him ever before.
What are the uses of the items he bought?
I bought them from a man who got them in the wars. It's the islands. The island wars. They told me they have great properties. They can fix a man where he sticks a woman. You know, with his sword.
Cineas chuckles for some time at the thought that that's what his brother's buying. Yeah, I'll just check how much money I've got. If he's got enough money,
You gonna buy some? I was like, man, I need some. I'm 50 some, man.
Well, yeah. If he had the opportunity, he would. But no, he's got. In one sense, he needs it. In another sense, he's never going to need it. Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah, I'll chuck him a couple of coppers. I haven't got much left, actually. I've got no silver left. So, I'll chuck him a couple of coppers and say, thank you, my good man. That has quite made my day. Aegeus.
He looks. Yes. Would any of you like some of these? You have other things for headaches and backaches and some that bring you closer to the gods. That's what I've been told. Ma'am, what about you, my lady? Sweet lady, come.
Phaedra, she looks around a little bit before staring at the man, almost like he wasn't talking to her. No, I am not interested, but thank you.
What about you two great warriors?
All of my equipment works, I must say. I have no need of your trinkets or remedies today.
Well, I have heard that these can heal ailments. He looks at Aegeus and his probably. I'm guessing your arm is in a sling or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Good to hear about your injury. Hope you heal faster, perhaps.
And Aegeus look at it and say, I have the gods for that. Thank you.
Well, bless you, Paladin. He bows his head.
Can I go over and have a look at that root and see if, or herb, and see if it's something I?
It's no root that you know of. He's definitely telling the truth about it being exotic. It appears at the very least.
Right. Yeah, I've got no money, so I can't really buy it and try it. But I'll certainly try and have a good look at it, and sort of try and remember what it looked like and smelt like, just in case we find someone we're out somewhere.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
it's exotic, so it's unlikely I'll find it anywhere near here, but just in case.
Yeah. It's at first glance it looks like a normal root, but you can the way it smells and you can kind of see the fibers in it as it's ground up. It's just different from any medicinable herb that you know of at the very least. So.
Okay, thanks.
Before Aegeus turns away though, you can tell he's thinking about it, and he turns and he says, how much is it for the root?
Oh, for a man of Lannis, 1 silver for an entire root.
Aegeus uses the silver piece. Hands it to him.
Why, thank you. Praise Lannis. He wraps the root in this paper and passes it over to you. Praise Lannis, and thank you, Paladin. May your white light of Lannis shine and as you smote your enemies,
Nods to him and he says, thank you, sir.
Wonderful. He takes the coin and places it into a strong box. And he closes it again, locks it with a key, and puts the lock on his belt, or the key on his belt.
Aegeus puts the root in the pouch and everything. He turns to the others and says, perhaps it was gods that brought me here. Meet this man, eh? Anyway, shakes the thought out of his head. Any news? Looks over to Gorgos. To do now?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit, man.
He looks over to Gorgos after that, and he says, to do now?
Well, we wait for the man in the bathhouse to do his work. Find out where my sister is. Basil.
I must admit, I could do with getting back to my job. I appear to be a little short on finances, and he holds up a single copper piece, which appears to be all that was in his money pouch after throwing money at the stallholder.
And I must tend to the family. I must keep them all from going too insane with all the difficulties happening now.
I will be departing back to my home. Aegeus, once I take a brief time to speak with my mother, we'll meet you again. Where can I find you?
Suppose the temple would be this place.
The temple?
Probably head back there.
I will make haste then. In the morning, I will meet you back at the temple. As it seems I am working for you now.
Smiles towards Phaedra and nods his head slightly. But good luck.
Phaedra gives a smile to... Sorry. Phaedra gives a smile to Aegeus. Thank you again.
Lannis. Say it as she's walking away.
You kind of all break apart and go your separate ways, at least for the day. For those of you that will be actively working, you can roll for how much you make, but you will gain no healing rate back. So you can decide what you're going to do.
Can you remind me how you roll for?
I'm just going to have you roll your profession. And then,
Okay.
so roll healing, and then I will, if you succeed, then based on your social class, I'll let you roll a D something for silver.
Okay.
I don't think you're hurt, so. Yeah, you're unable to make any money.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't find any patients, it appears.
Fair enough.
Phaedra, would you like to do anything to make any money?
Phaedra, well, she's basically doing what the priest of Lannis had.
You're already
her money to.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you'll
so
be
she's making 1 silver piece a day.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's fine with her.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Gorgos, you're just gonna chill with the family, or are you gonna do any police work?
Basil said he would handle it. I'll give the man his chance. So I'm just going to try to keep the family calm and assure them that everything is going to be fine. That there are people at work to find her.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me look at your hit points, actually. Right leg is currently at 0.
I just moved it up from -2.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's good. Aegeus, your healing rate is... What are you going to do going back to the temple? Is there any roleplay scenes anybody would like besides just kind of skipping ahead?
I think Aegeus is just gonna chill. Yeah, rest, chill in the baths.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're currently up to 1 hit point on that arm because your healing rate's 3. And let's see, everything else is full. Okay, so I've bumped that up.
I think the one thing that Cineas would like to do is go and check in on Phaedra and her mother.
We can definitely do that.
Because he's had some sort of history treating her mother and just wants to make sure she really is cured, although he doesn't really doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
But B, he wants to kind of check in on how Phaedra's doing with this whole thing about discovering
Yeah.
her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad, the guy who made a bargain with her and took her blood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what is the Phaedra household looking like right now?
So, Phaedra's house, when she's not, probably early in the morning, that's before she goes off to watch over Aegeus, she's cleaning the household and probably making something for her and her mother. And, of course, very excitedly, but just trying to gather more information on her father and really get a clear picture of what her mother's talking about, just to be perfectly sure.
Yeah. How would you like to? She's currently sitting down drinking some wine, just like a early morning wine. She's not overindulging or anything, but she seems much improved, although kind of groggy from the whole experience, from what you can tell. But she's speaking lucidly. She's making sense when she speaks. She doesn't, call out for, Velos or the gods or anything like that.
And she'd sit beside her mother in the morning, putting a hand on her shoulder. So, Mother, I just want to be sure. His name was Velos, correct?
Ah, your father, yes. His name was Velos. He claimed to be a scion of the gods. I believed him. He was enchanting and humorous, and, well, I was a fool.
I understand. I'm just happy that you are back to yourself. It's nice to see and nice to have you.
Yes, I feel much better. I am a bit confused about what's happened and how I got so old. Huh. And how you got so big and beautiful.
Well, I'm fairly, I'm in my late teenage years, Mother.
Yes, I could tell. Was one of those men your husbands that you were with earlier?
No, I have not taken a husband, Mother.
Oh. Well, you should, before someone like Velos comes and sweeps your heart from you and gives you nothing but a baby in your belly and a lifetime of suffering.
Phaedra smiles to her mother. I'll make sure to find someone good for me. But now that you are back to yourself, well, this is fantastic. I mean, I'm going to continue working. Right now I work for the Church of Lannis. I assist Aegeus, the one that healed you.
Did you bring me any money then? Can we move out of this squalor?
I do not know if we quite have enough money yet, Mother, to find a new place, but I'm trying. Once I get enough money, I will move us to somewhere nicer, I promise.
She takes a drink of her wine. Yes, be sure you do. I cannot live like this. Now that I have my wits about me, I see what kind of disgusting place you've found for us to live. At this time, Cineas, you hear them discussing something as you kind of walk up.
I'll knock on the door, or if it's an open doorway like that picture, I'll just knock on the door frame.
Yeah, there's like a tapestry, curtains essentially thrown across there, but yeah, she just looks to Phaedra and nods.
Phaedra, she had a slight frown growing on her face, but seeing Cineas, she gives him a small smile and ushers him inside. Cineas, it is good to see you. Please, come in.
Thank you, my child. Ah, madam, how do you fare? As he turns to Marcus.
I would fare better if I did not have to live here, But otherwise, I feel better.
This place may be no palace, madam, but it was quite an achievement for your daughter, young as she was, to find and maintain it, and help you all these years.
Maintain this house. She kind of looks around. Yes, well, she would not be working in the kitchens anytime soon, apparently.
These have been difficult years for her, madam. Do not judge her harshly. She has worked very hard. Your previous condition was not an easy one for those around you.
Yes. What can I do for you, sir?
I cannot remember how well we knew each other before your illness. I don't think you remember me. My name is Cineas. You saw me here yesterday with your daughter. I am a physician. I have attended you in some moments of your illness. And I wish to ascertain that you are now fully recovered, which you do seem to be.
I do feel much better, yes.
Ah, good.
Do you need
Well then.
payment? Is that why you have come?
Cineas sort of draws himself to his full height and looks at her very archly and says, "This was not a matter of payment, madam. This was a matter of professional courtesy. I see you are well, and I wish you good day. Phaedra, if I may have a word outside?"
Yes, of course. And she stands quickly and glances back to her mother. There's a slight hurt on her face as she does so, but she steels herself when she goes outside with Cineas.
Cineas turns to him and says, I am glad to see your mother so recovered, but I tell you, child, you deserve more gratitude than she has given you.
I know. I did not know this was my mother.
Perhaps this too will pass with time. She is under a lot of strain. She has missed years of her life. She is having to come to terms with a mistake so grave it has altered the course of her life and yours. Perhaps this will be a passing thing. We can hope. But I wish to check on you as well.
Oh.
How have you been with the news?
I am not quite sure exactly to process this. With Velos being my father and the parent scion for God, I'm not exactly sure what position this puts me.
Yes. Does one make me wonder that whether he knew he was your father when he encountered us again the night of Aegeus's partial healing, with the price you say he demanded of you.
I do not know if he knew, but I will find him.
I wish to reiterate that I am very grateful for what you did to Aegeus, and the fact that you did it at some possible risk to yourself. If you need anything from me, you have but to ask. You know where to find me.
I thank you, Cineas.
And he sort of tentatively and slightly uncomfortably sort of puts a hand on her shoulder in a reassuring way and says, this may pass. And he sort of looks back towards the house and shakes his head slightly and then gives a sort of grimaced half smile and walks off.
Phaedra, anything else you want to say to Mom? Matt? Matt, you're muted. Can you hear me now?
You're showing up as muted on Discord.
Yeah, she said can't hear us though.
No, I'm back now. I couldn't hear anything for a moment.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say to your mom as Cineas departs?
She would go back in to her mother and look at her. Mother, I will strive to get us a new place, but if you want somewhere so badly and you're of sound minds now, find your own employment as well and contribute for the first time in, 17 years?
She looks over the rim of her glass, takes a drink. Well, perhaps I will. But child, know this. If it wasn't for you being in my belly, none of this would have happened. You are the reason that I have suffered for all these years. You are the reason that we live in squalor. Go now. Go do your job.
Fine. But it will take me away for quite a while. I will be back eventually, Bacchus. And Phaedra turns around and starts heading to the Temple of Lannis.
You depart. We'll switch over to Gorgos.
I'm here. Yep.
Yep. Let's see. Let me, Gorgos, you've been staying with your family. This is your home as well. Manolos and your other brother and hot-headed sister are sitting about. Manolos is pacing. He seems quite concerned. Aura is just kind of grumbling under her breath. Gorgos, tell us now. Where is Karina? How can we find her?
The matter is being looked into, as I told you. There must be patience.
Patience. I do not have much patience when someone has my sister.
Then I suggest you find it, for you will need it in these coming times.
I will pick up a blade and I will strike them down. Gorgos, when you go, I want to go with you.
You are not going with me. We have discussed this already.
Gorgos, it is my sister as much as it is yours.
Do you remember the last time someone in our family acted brashly? Have you forgotten already? Should I remind you?
She frowns quite deeply. It is not like that. I am only going to fight, not conjure the dead.
Precisely like that. It is the same stakes. It's a life at stake.
Only mine. And it is my life to give.
Have you ever even faced combat before? Do you even know how to use a blade?
She pulls a cutting knife from the table. You stab the other one. Simple.
I'm gonna try to very quickly disarm her. Basically.
Oh, you can do that without a roll. Yes.
Yeah. He just kind of easily just disarms her, maybe even pushes her to the ground. And just like that, you would be dead if I were not your brother.
We can find a way that's... I will go to them as a slave or a prostitute and get inside and stab them in the back when they're not looking.
I have handled the matter. There is someone working on it for me, and he will have her location soon.
Who?
Within the next day.
Who? Who is this you have hired?
This is a conversation for all the family to have.
Yeah, the other two brothers are standing outside, but they kind of hear the raised voices and walk in. What is it, brother? Menelaus asks.
Both of you sit.
They do.
And you, Ora.
She does begrudgingly.
He sits down and kind of interlocks his fingers. I made a deal, an oath. A man named Basil.
They all look at each other. Basil? The... the gangster? Basil?
I told him that if he returns my sister from his rival unharmed to us, I will leave my posting with the guard and work for him.
Menelaus. Gorgos, that is quite dangerous. He is not a good person, huh? He's a thief and a killer. You will do his bidding then?
And there was a time when I went across the ocean and I was a thief and a killer. The only difference was our government said I could be one. What does it matter? It is my life to live and my consequences to bear. It will not impact you.
Perhaps. Unless this rival decides that to get to your family is how to get to you. I know there's nothing you could have done for it.
The one who has our sister. He will not be around when all this is done. He will be killed. Everything he owns will burn. There will be no retribution from him. It is only a matter of patience for our sister to be returned and vengeance to be sowed.
Menelaus nods. You are a good brother and you do what you think is right. I cannot complain. Aura, she just is looking at you with kind of narrowed eyes. So you are giving your life for Corina, but you will not let me do the same.
When father did what he did, it became my job to take care of the family. I do not doubt you have the resolve, sister. But why should you make the sacrifice? Why should you do this thing when you have a chance at a normal life? Like Menelaus and Cineas. You should live your life the best you can. I will bear this consequence.
A boring life. A life...
Then you should choose to make it exciting.
I am. To come with you and fight, or at least do something. To help. Not to sit here and watch the neighbors think that they will marry me. It's disgusting.
Then marry one who is not disgusting and who travels or something. There is more to life than battle and swordplay and pretending you know how to kill someone with a kitchen knife. I don't wish combat on anyone.
Except yourself. It is what you have done your entire life. Fight. That is what you do. But you say that one should not. This makes no sense, Gorgos. Choose one. Do you choose the path of the warrior, or do you choose the path of peace?
What I would say is that because I am so educated on combat, you, as one who knows nothing of it, should listen to me. Because I would tell you that if I had any other skills to apply, anything that was worthwhile, I would likely do it. But this body and these hands, and he looks at all the scars and everything, it was built for war. It was built for combat. That is what it does best. That is how I feed the family. That is how I have always done, and I always will until I am dead. So, that is my lot in life, and I live it as such. You would not survive combat. Travel, see the world, do something exciting that is not at risk to your life the way I have, because there is nothing exciting about combat. Not after it's over. It is a simple rush of adrenaline and years of regret.
She sighs deeply. Fine. Don't die, would you?
I do not plan on dying for a long time. But the gods have a way of making mockeries of plans. I will return our sister, at the very least.
She nods. I know you will. Thank you, Gorgos.
Now let's eat. We have fish again, yes?
Menelaus. What else? And you continue to eat the same meal you've probably eaten every day for the last year. Alright, let's switch over to the temple real quick. Give me a sec. Get your dog out of here.
You leave my dog alone.
My teary, my teary. Alright.
It's gonna go
My fluffy
Cineas way.
girl.
Going full Cineas wig. Don't touch my dog. I'm thinking I'm back.
Aegeus,
Yeah,
you've
you know,
been
I talked about-
Aegeus, you've been resting. Pretty much with no visitors of real note besides slaves that come in, or initiates, or acolytes, whichever is the lowest, bringing you food and taking care of your bandages. You're probably, I mean, you can tell me what you're doing, but in comes the high priest, Mythras. Aegeus, how are you feeling?
Oh, admit this. I'm doing better, I suppose. And he looks at his arm, trying to get some rest.
Yes, it is unfortunate what happened. But the mask, I have made a bit of a progress.
Oh. He just gets up. Until he's obviously interested.
He has a scroll in his hand and he passes it over to you. He says, I found this in the libraries. It describes this mask very well. There is one etching on the inside of it that I had not originally seen. But after some study, I did find this notch, and this notch appears to be some ancient symbol. If it was a normal man of less wisdom, they would not even have noticed it. But I am not because Lannis guides my hands and my eyes. It appears that this mask is belongs to a cult called the Cult of Nyx, and Nyx is night in Greek. So
How well does Aegeus know of Nyx?
roll me a lore. It should be under standard. I guess it's not lore. Just do, let's see, what would it be? Customs? Or maybe that's actually a professional skill. What professional skills do you have? Streetwise, literacy, land. Yeah, let's just do customs. Yeah, you've never heard of it.
Aegeus says, what's this? Nyx.
I do not know much about them. I am still researching it, but I did see one thing, and it is that most of them are women. The cultists. I do not believe that it is a what you would call a beneficial cult for society. What I understand is that they wish an eternal night to fall over the land and block Lannis's light, never to be shown again.
Aegeus's eyes grow wide and have a worried look on his face. This was found near Phaedra.
That is what I have heard, yes.
She has a good heart. I not believe she would be involved in this, though. She saved me. Or helped me in any way.
Perhaps. We do not know. She could be using her guiles. He looks at you up and down. She has not taken you to bed, has she?
Oh no.
Good. Be wary with her. Keep an eye on her. Keep her in your employ. Keep her paid. He hands you over a sack of coin. But do not let her out of your sight. And do not trust her.
Said Mythras. You can tell he seems a little worried. The order, perhaps, and says, I will keep an open mind. Perhaps we can find out more of this Nyx.
Yes. I will continue to research here. What will you do next? You look in bad shape, Aegeus. I would hate to see your light snuffed.
I wish there was a way to my arm, but suppose we've done all that we can do.
Yes. It is not a gift the gods give freely to heal a man in such peril. We will see if Lannis blesses you, and you win any fights to come.
Aegeus smiles and nods. Thinks about telling him about the miracle and stuff, but he doesn't tell him and says, "Good day, Admetus."
Good day, Aegeus. I will be here if you need me, in the library. He wraps his robe closer and shuffles out.
Yeah, I don't think he told him about that. He told him about the cup thing.
Yeah, I don't think he was told about the healing of the mom.
Oh, I thought you meant the cup. Okay, never mind.
And then Aegeus, he probably just goes to the window and looks out towards the sun. Silent prayer. Hoping that Phaedra is not bad or against him.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, actually. One of the initiates brings Phaedra to your room later in the day. Oh, excuse me, Aegeus. You have a visitor? Your cohort? Phaedra. He bows and shuffles off.
Welcome.
And Phaedra steps in, looking around the room with Aegeus. And I apologize for coming so late. I had to speak to the woman who is apparently my mother. Do not get me wrong. I thank you for what you've done. For a brief moment, it was probably, it was a miracle of a lifetime. And I still thank you. Mostly for showing me exactly who my mother is. And she gives a very soft, but there's a lot of hurt behind the smile she gives. Whatever you need, Aegeus, I am here to serve.
What has happened? Something happened when you went back to your mother.
She's less than grateful for what I've done over the years. It's not enough, apparently.
He nods. Still not like fully understanding, but he's like, a priest came to me and mask that we found. Have you ever heard of Nyx? Reads her like her facial expression, like just to read it very well.
You can give me an insight.
Sure.
Aegeus. For Aegeus.
Would Phaedra know about Nixon?
I would say customs. If you get a good roll. No. Aegeus, if you want to do insight, you can kind of read her body language, etc. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at her and you can't tell anything.
He just seems genuinely. No, I don't know who it is. Apparently, is a goddess.
Didn't say, just said a cult.
Cult of women wish for unending night.
That is strange. You said it had something to do with the mask?
Yes. Apparently the mask is worn by the cultists. And the cultists are all women.
I've never heard of a sculptor, Nyx, or anything like this. I'm not sure why one of their masks would be next to me. Maybe they're the ones who are trying to get it back. I do not know.
Perhaps you were fighting them or something, you know? Maybe that was what was happening out there.
Perhaps, but I have no memory of what happened. I'm sorry I cannot be of more help.
He nods and seems to believe her and looks out window again and no. Someone around here must know what this. What of Gorgos? Have you seen him?
No, I have not seen him today. I came straight here after taking care of my mother.
Perhaps in the morning should head out to see Gorgos.
Of
You are
course,
free to stay here.
I would like that. Yes.
He nods and you have sanctuary here. Get you some food and a bath.
Thank you, Aegeus.
Are you going to head back into Naxos after you're all done eating and getting ready and stuff?
Oh yeah, if we're gonna do it tonight, or
Well, that's the question. Yeah. So, I just didn't know if how you're gonna check back in with Gorgos.
I wasn't actually sure if had agreed on, like, was it something we were waiting till tomorrow for, or
Well, it is tomorrow, so you all went home and everybody rested and whatnot, or it could be the same day. It doesn't really matter. The next day is going to come. I just want to know how you guys are going to get back together, just for story purposes, so we can hand wave it. Really, but
yes, I guess in the morning. If that was the case, we would have probably left after the bath and stuff.
okay. Cineas, same with you, I'm guessing, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
All right, give me a sec. Gorgos. Gorgos, you're waiting at your home when there's a rap on the frame of the doorway. Clud, clud, clud. Gorgos, I'm here from Basil. I bring news. It's the same guy that you had met before.
Ah, yes, is it Aegeus? Is that your name?
That is my name.
What news do you bring, friend?
Basil has the location for you.
Where?
Well, it is outside the city, a bit to the east. There is a small villa. Here, he hands you a piece of paper. I cannot read this. I do not know if he can. He said it says the name of the villa. He did not want to speak it to me in case I turned on him.
I can read, yes. Thank you for bringing this to me.
Yes. Well, good day. He gives Aura a slight look and a smile, and then ducks out.
Yeah, Gorgos look over the paper.
Yeah, it just says it's spelled this way. Keffin, you know that this is a villa, a small villa, one of the ones that your patrol does on the outskirts of town. It's actually abandoned for the most part. There are some workers on it. Most of them are actually thieves that come over and pick the grapes and the olives and go back to other farms. your understanding is that the people who owned this villa had died some time back with no heirs, and it's hard to know who actually owns it now. It's been just kind of sitting abandoned for a while, and that the government hasn't reassigned it to anyone or sold it or taken ownership of it yet. It's been about this way for several months now.
And Gorgos looks at it and nods, and he starts gathering up his things to prepare to leave.
Yeah, about that time, the three, Cineas, Aegeus, and Phaedra, had come together on the road and are now outside waiting, kind of as they see that man walk off and see you kind of getting ready. You can all come back together.
She is to see the Gorgos, and we saw the guy walking off.
Yeah, you saw him walk off.
Gorgos, news. And I hope.
Yes, I know where she is being held.
Smiles to the others.
Shall we
Yeah.
wait for night or should we go now?
I am leaving immediately. I will waste no more time.
By your leave, Gorgos.
We are with you.
Yes. I will follow.
Then let us be off. And hopefully done with this before nightfall.
Aura looks to go. What does it say? Where is she?
Why? So you can come along and try to fight.
No, you set me right yesterday. I only wish to know, in case I need to come find you if you fail. If you fail, I wish to know where she is. Then I will come and fight.
Your hard-headedness betrays your true intentions, Ora. I will tell Manalos, and then he may tell you.
She frowns. Fine. Manalos walks over and reaches for the paper. I won't tell her.
Good. And if you come, do not come without help. It is a den of thieves.
Unlike my sister, I know my limitations, brother. Good luck. And he reaches out and gives you, like, the forearm clasp.
Gorgos returns it. I will temper my luck with skill. Be safe, brother. I will return.
Goodbye. And he sighs and walks over and continues to do whatever he was doing as you walk into the street and head in that direction. Marcos.
Oh, he's just fucking around.
I was talking about the quest up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I got you. I was like, what, did I forget someone?
No.
Yes, Mediterranean imagery is not easy to find.
Gave us a lot of good ones. A lot of awesome stuff.
Alright, give me a sec. Yes, already set up. Good, okay. You walk in the... It's probably mid-morning, something like that. You begin to head towards this area. You're all fairly familiar with all these villas outside of town. A lot of them are very rich, some of them not so much, like the ones you're going to. And you're probably about a mile away still, and you guys can make any preparations and roleplay that you would like to as you grow closer to Kefin.
Is Aegeus able to hold a shield yet?
Yeah, you can hold your shield. Hmm.
Oh, awesome. So he's happy about that. He's like testing it out.
Yeah, your arm is definitely not in the greatest of shape, but it almost feels like it's going to be as good as it's going to get. You definitely feel very weak in that arm, though.
Does it have 1 hit point right now?
I gave you 3 back, so you are at 1 in the left arm, 1 of 3. So we did the permanent wound. Your left arm is maimed, so you're down 1/3 of your max hit points in that arm, and you have 1 of 3 in it. So it's not great, but technically fully functional for the gimp you are now.
Yeah. Nice. Aegeus is in the shield, and mentioned it's like perfect again. Arm looks fine, right? Oh.
It looks much better than it did, but how are you feeling overall, Aegeus?
Like I could fight the whole group of bandits, kidnappers.
I would suggest that you do not do this, Aegeus. It would be very dangerous.
Have your bow to protect me, right?
True. Let's hope I hit something this time.
If all else fails, we can just sick Cineas on them. His javelins.
Yes. Perhaps I'll be just as lucky this time. And he's been looking at that shoulder, and he doesn't look hugely happy, but he's trying to put a brave face on it for Aegeus.
Yeah,
I think it is fairly well healed.
yeah. It's healed somewhat, but you think that it's never going to be exactly the same as it was before. The technical reason would be like some ligaments are torn very badly in there.
Yeah, so I won't tell him that. I'll just try and say to him, I think you can at least hold your shield again, and this is a useful progression. You with a weakened arm are still worth more than many men are with a stronger arm.
He smiles and he Cineas on the shoulder. Face the words. You're never very good at lying, though.
Cineas smiles ruefully and kind of blatantly changes the subject and says, "And Gorgos, your leg? You seem to be walking a little more easily."
Time to heal. It still hurts, but I expect it may for a long time after getting a spear shaft shoved through it.
Yes, unfortunately. Are you well enough to fight, the pair of you, if you need to?
I have no choice but to fight. It will not be a hindrance.
Good. And Aegeus, you look to be able to move that shield now.
Yes. A little better.
I will try and stay on that side of you for whatever that is worth. But I'm sure Phaedra will claim anyone before they get close. He gives her what he hopes is an encouraging smile, but he's not very good at it.
Phaedra, she nods to Cineas. Well, as long as Lennis seems to be on our side, then pray my arrows will strike true.
He
Well,
just looks over. Oh, sorry.
no, you go.
She just looks over to Phaedra when she says that, like kind of surprised. He smiles.
You start heading down a road, and you get to the outer fields. There's a grape orchard to your left, and an old outcropping building that is slightly torn down. There's a small stream that runs through this area, and you see at the end of this road it goes to the estate, small set of buildings. There's men moving about. You don't know if they're who they are or what they're doing. Some are picking the crop, and some seem to be milling about. No one seems to have seen you from this far out as of yet, and I'll let you tell me what you want to do.
It's pretty open sight lines, it looks like, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple trees over there by that river. Otherwise, you could crouch down on these bushes kind of over here. But
And it's daylight as well.
it is mid-morning.
Yeah, Gorgos would kind of stop, look around, and he's got his spear basically as a walking stick right now, but he kind of rubs his chin under the helmet and turns to the others. It is not likely we will be able to sneak up on them. The fields do not offer much in the way of hiding, but perhaps if we walk with purpose, we can get close enough. Conversational distance.
Do you want to converse or do you want to get the upper hand on them? This is up to you, Gorgos.
Why not do both?
If I can strike from a distance, draw them closer, if we can get them into a more advantageous area so we're not fighting them on open ground, we should do this.
There is a wall here. Provide you some cover. He points to the sort of dry stone wall that appears to be over here.
Yeah, that's about waist high, probably. That would give some cover for sure.
Perhaps you split off and shoot from a distance. Those of us that must be closer, we go. Keep their attention while you move.
That's what I was going to suggest as well. A good idea.
And when should I fire, Gorgos?
Whenever you will not miss.
And Phaedra smiles at that. I would try to not miss Gorgos. For you.
This pleases me to no end. And he hefts the shield back. He was leaning against the wall. Let us get closer to them. We will act as if we are working alongside them. One of the members of the Cardassians. And perhaps even if our cover is blown, it will buy you time.
Maybe we are coming to pick up the girl.
We could try this, though I think they will be skeptical. It is all a ruse to buy time anyway. If it is successful, so be it.
Indeed.
I will go over here. She points this way. Even if I start to fire, you come down the way we're going. How deep is that river?
Uh, it looks like it's probably knee deep. It's just like a stream, small stream.
She points over there. I'll head this way. You continue along the road. Even if they start to come, they have to split forces. Them going to you or I.
If it comes to that, they will not get past us.
I will still go around. And if possible, if she's inside and I can get close enough, I will see if I can get eyes, though I am not a master of stealth.
We'll do what we can.
She nods and she's going to, when they're back here, she might take a few steps, go a bit behind here, and then cross this little stream.
Yeah, that's fine. You can loop around. That's no problem. There's no one close enough that would see you.
Before she runs off, Aegeus will say, "Hey,
Yes?
let us guide your arrows."
Thank you, Aegeus. May he guide your weapons as well.
Smiles. Do this.
All right, what do the rest of you want to do? You see that there's people ahead on both flanks, picking some olives and grapes.
So Gorgos would actually, after she cuts off, he would look over to Aegeus and Cineas. It is what I propose, though it may cause some discomfort to you, old sage. Looks over to Cineas. Remember, it is a ruse we wish to push. What I would say, I will pretend to be in league with the Carassians. I will obscure my face to the best of my ability. Keep it hidden under the cloth and my helmet. And the two of you are prospective buyers, shall we say. Want to get involved with the flesh trade. Perhaps have a sample.
I have little talent for subterfuge. Truth be told, I would prefer to avoid it. Perhaps Aegeus could be the buyer, and I am his physician here to ascertain that the woman is in good condition.
This is fair. You could always look very stoically. Oh, good.
No, I was going to say, Aegeus, how are you dressed? Are you dressed in full regalia?
Yeah, I'm Templar. Yeah.
The white cloak, and you could have decided not to if you wanted to. That's fine.
Yeah, he's probably got it on,
That works. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gorgos. Continue. You could simply hold the very stoic look you often do, old sage. Aegeus, yes, that could work as a buyer. Many people, no disrespect, friend, assume Templars are corrupted.
Do they?
Maybe.
The small folk. I have heard whispers. Not about you.
He seems totally displeased by it. Thought that they all loved us.
Well, do not be too perturbed, Aegeus. Those without virtue themselves find it difficult to see it in others. It has always
Precisely.
been thus.
We ought to give more people silver.
I do not know if that will help. But at any rate, I think this would work best. And if it does not, well, we have at least gotten close enough to them to stab them in the bellies.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Try to put on your most convincing, corrupt look, my old friend, though I know it will be difficult with your virtue.
Yes. could be hard for me. See how it goes.
Let us go then. And Gorgos will work to obscure his face with wear the helmet as well. Just in case he's been described to them.
Mm-hmm. When you get to about right here-ish, where I'm gonna ping. Whoops. Right about there. If you see that.
Okay.
As you get like right around that area, one of the farmers.
Oh, I can't move the dog.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Once you get it right about there, they turn, huh? But they kind of keep their head down. They don't seem to really say anything. They keep like being quicker at their work. They're clearly not worried about you. However, as they do, another man walks up into this area. Ah, who goes there? Why do you come to Kefin?
Hail! I am an associate of the Carassians. I have, orders to bring a few very upper-class gentlemen to appraise the flesh stock.
I did not hear about this. We only have one person here that might fit that bill.
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing, I am afraid. No time to send advance word.
What is your name, good buyer?
It is not me. And he steps to the side and points his spear towards Aegeus.
And he steps forward and, oh god, he's not going to use his own name. He's going to, Mythras. Guy that he despises more than anything. That caused all the problems for his family. And he's like, yes, I'm looking to buy.
Even if you're looking to buy, I am not authorized to sell. The person we have here may or may not be for sale, depending on certain things that happen in town. You can come back tomorrow.
It is for a prospectus sale, nothing guaranteed. It was something that they simply wish to see. Of course, everything has been put in place, but these ones wanted to look her over.
Go ahead and give me the old deceit roll.
Oh, this is terrible.
His might not be much better. Oh, man. He fumbled. Okay.
Oh, nice.
He fumbled.
Amazing.
Ah, well, a fellow Carassian. I do not know you, but, well, I wouldn't see any problem with perhaps sampling the goods for a small fee.
Aegeus kind of holds up his pouch of silver, smiles.
Are you
Doesn't say anything.
Are you a man of Lannis? Are you a paladin? This I find quite amusing. I thought you all liked young boys. All I have is a young girl.
His smile kind of fades, and as it's starting to like sink in, just even thinking about it like disgusts him, and he's like, "Of course, we take whatever we can get."
Ha! You are a man after my own heart. I have not sampled the goods myself, but perhaps. Come, let us share some wine. And some business.
And Gorgos looks back and gestures for them to...
This is not good. I like this man.
Yeah, he will be dead soon, do not worry.
Did you say you did like him or you don't like him?
Oh no.
He did not like this man.
Yeah, he turns around and walks back towards this building over here. Phaedra, what are you doing up there? Let me see if I can find your token. The map is huge.
Oh, she's like way in the corner.
Where are you? Yeah, okay.
Like here.
All right.
She's been sneaking up.
Yeah, okay.
Though I don't know if she'd be able to read the situation.
You just hear, at this
She's
distance, you
getting
just hear, you know, you don't hear actually what they're saying. But you do see that the guy is leading them towards one of the buildings, so that seems like that would, I mean, that's clearly not a confrontational stance to take.
Yeah, I think Phaedra is going to be close enough to fire her bow and have a clear shot, but she's going to kind of wait in the bushes, just waiting and like pinpointing a shot on one of these guys,
Okay.
just in case.
Sure. So he heads to the building. What are you guys gonna follow him? He heads straight up to the door and opens it and kind of waits for you.
It will follow
yeah.
him.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, he says, that is a nice dog. Perhaps we could make a trade.
Cineas just looks at him and says coldly, "The dog is not for sale."
Everything is for sale, old one. Step inside and you will see.
Cineas bites his lip.
This door open right here. We can.
Yeah,
see
yeah, it is. It's kind of like one of those, you know, it's open air doors. This one technically should be too, I think, but it's not. So let me get that.
We do see.
Yeah, I can see inside. Yeah.
See a couple of dudes in there.
Good old
There's
forecast.
one.
Yeah.
Why can't I grab this thing? This must be in the wrong. I can't grab it. Can you guys back up from the wall?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm having trouble grabbing this door. What the hell? Can I just delete it? There we
Use your
go.
hands.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, you see her, you walk in and it's smells of just decay. And you see there's a woman at the table and she's got a mortar and pestle and she's making some concoction and it just stinks. Up on the bed you see, as you enter, a young girl. Gorgos, when you enter, you will recognize it as your sister. She's just lying on a bed, appears to be sleeping. It's 10:30 in the morning. She definitely should not be sleeping, but you do see her like chest rise and fall. She's breathing. She's not dead. Well, she's up there if you want to go take a look at her. Don't sample it until we talk to business, though. He's kind of standing in the doorway.
I'm wondering if I should just try to end him. Yeah, I mean, seeing she's there, definitely his sister.
Aegeus,
Oh, good.
Aegeus would like wave maybe for Cineas to come in. Like Gorgos is like walking over there. Like Aegeus kind of like nods his head for him to come in.
Yeah, the guy definitely will let everybody in. Kind of just stands in the doorway as you step in.
Because Aegeus is kind of figuring that Gorgos might see her, the condition that she's in, and then like flip out.
I am gonna go check her out, I think.
Yeah, you go up there and she's just lying in bed. She's just seems to be asleep, from what you can tell.
Yeah, Gorgos is actually gonna wait for this guy to come inside, assuming because he said he wanted to have a drink of wine. So
Yeah, eventually he does come after you. Ah, yes, well. Let me pour us that wine, Varus. And he kind of goes over and just kind of roughly shoves the lady out of the way. Gets me a wine, woman. And she goes and grabs a pitcher and begins to bring it out. 4 goblets for us, then. To drink to business.
as Gorgos comes down the stairs, with purpose, he raises his spear and says, "You'd better make it 3 instead," and goes to stab you, Damon, in the
Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll initiative on that, but do make your attack roll.
quarantine infantry, right?
Yes. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Just roll your spear.
Yeah.
Six. What's his abdomen score? He doesn't. Oh man, he's. Yeah, I'm just gonna say he doesn't even get to. So basically, has it look as you stab him in the back. He doesn't like die, but it's like you stick him in the back. He screams out, "Ah!"
Yeah, he rams the spear in there, and he is enraged at this point. He tried to keep a cool face for as long as he could, but this guy's making jokes and shit. He couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Let me clear this. Okay, everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm assuming I hear the scream from where I am.
Yeah. You're probably. Yeah, you hear the scream. That's fine.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. All right. So as this guy hears the scream, no. So movement. I know we were kind of just loosey goosey on it last time. You can normally move 10. Let me make sure that the distances look about what they should. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So this guy immediately uses his AP to move towards the door. Just runs over here. What's going on? And he looks inside. That's his first AP spend. Phaedra, you're up.
Phaedra is going to do a rapid fire at this guy here.
Okay. Yeah, he's the one armed, so that would make sense. So the first one goes off normally, right? And then...
Yeah, that's just more difficult to hit each time.
So what's your distance? You are... What's your range on your weapon? Just...
It's
It's...
pretty large.
Yeah, you're 40 away, so...
Just give me one
Yeah, you're
sec,
fine.
let me find it.
Be under your equipment, I think.
Yeah, so it'd be in the second range band.
Okay, so that's a hard shot then. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Or actually, I'm sorry. He does not get to evade because he didn't even know it happened. So you got a special. So what would you like your special to be? You gotta declare your special, then location, then damage. That's how it works.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Where did all this?
They are. If you go into the handouts, and they are. Should be under rules.
Oh, I see them. Under system and. I would say. So it's not a critical success,
That's
right?
correct.
It's just
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. I don't think that one.
You can do maximize damage. You could do
Yeah,
impale.
I
Don't you have
maximize
impale
damage.
too?
I think I do have impale, but I think I'm gonna do maximize
Okay.
damage.
Go ahead and roll just to see what the. I don't know what the dice is on that.
Sec, just trying to select myself.
So a D8. So that hit him in the right leg. Oh yeah, that's a serious wound. Oh, he has no AP on that. So serious wound. This is the only thing I haven't got memorized really. Well, I won't say that, but okay, Adobe, give me a sec while I look at that. Just, I know it's bad. Okay, so he is going to roll a D3 to see how long he is stunned for. This is rounds, not turns. Okay. So he's stunned for 3 rounds. That's not good. Serious.
Alright.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, but we'll do 3 since I rolled that. So if leg, roll endurance. If fail, you fall down. Okay. We do that. He fumbles.
Woo.
So he definitely falls down. So, how does that look as you shoot this guy through the leg and he just drops to the ground?
He just all of a sudden out of the bushes, just this arrow flies through the back of his knee, and he screams out in pain as he falls to the ground with this sudden arrow now in his leg.
Yeah,
And
Gorgos, you guys hear the screaming from out there, a male screaming. You know it's not Phaedra for sure.
and is he still like alive?
He's still alive, yeah. He falls to the ground. He's just grabbing at his leg, but he is alive.
Alright, well, keep firing since
Okay.
rapid fire.
Okay, so this is gonna be formidable.
Yeah, this might not be best.
That's a miss.
Alright, and the last one's Herculean.
You gotta get under a 7.
Unfortunately, no. So the other 2 arrows just whiff by, probably plinking into the side of the estate itself.
Yeah, you guys hear thud thud. And Aegeus, you're up.
Oh, Aegeus is gonna spear this guy if he can.
Definitely can. Go ahead and roll an attack.
It's the paladin button.
Yes, paladin button. That's a critical. He's gonna try to dodge. At this point, this is gonna be bad for him. Actually, he has to use evade because he doesn't have a weapon out. Hold on. So that's a critical, so you get 1 special on that because he succeeded. So, so now you tell me what special you would like to do.
And you bleed?
Do you have, you're using your, what are you using?
Short spear.
Yeah, does it have bleed on it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
a bleed and impale.
So bleed.
No, it does.
Yeah,
It only has
yeah, I
impale
wouldn't
on
think it would have bleed, but
the broad.
you can do that one, or you can do like the generic ones like maximize damage or hit location or that kind of stuff.
Let's do hit location
Where would you like to hit him?
in the face. Or
In the face. Go ahead and roll your weapon. Three damage to the head. I don't think he has any hit points there. Just so you know, he's already hurt on the so for next time, the abdomen was where he was hurt at, right? So, yeah, you stick him in. He kind of like he just moves just enough where the tip of it kind of lances his cheek. He screams out, but all right, whose turn is it now? It is his. He's got to draw his. He draws his club. That's his move. That's not good for him. Gorgos, you are up again.
I would like to try to end him rightly.
Yes, you may. He cannot dodge. He is out of AP.
Oh, he wouldn't have probably been able to anyway.
Probably not. So that's that you get a special because he can't defend.
Hit location torso. Oh, sounds good.
Yes. Go ahead and roll the damage. 5. So I think he has 1 soak. Yep. So he's down to -2. So he is taking a serious wound. Let's see just how bad it is. He is stunned for 2 rounds. This guy's fucked. He's going to make an endurance roll now. If he fails, he falls unconscious. Okay, so... Yep, how does it look as you stab him and he just falls to the ground screaming and you just notice he just passes out after a few minutes?
Yeah, so after the initial stab through the flank and the second one, he's just instinctively trying to rock around and move so it can't be a pure killing blow. He gets cut up by Aegeus and then I stab him through the belly one more time, push him to the ground. After this man's been stabbed 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah,
And it's just in the chair, and then Gorgos spins on the door. Let's hurry outside. Phaedra is still there. They will rush her if we do not make more distraction. Looks to the commoner. You, stay down and stay inside.
Yeah, she...
No harm will come
Yes,
to you.
yes, of course. She just is like under the table, basically. The Cineas guy is cannot do anything. He is stunned. And Cineas, you're up.
Okay, so I can move 10, right?
Yep, you can move 10. And that would be your action.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll just go to here for now. Just want to line up for throwing a javelin at the guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll stop there.
Okay, that's your action. Okay, this guy. Let's see. He hears this. Tyr's in there with you. He comes out and he gets to right in the door. What's going on in here? He just sees. Actually, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna draw his weapon. So these guys were not prepared at all. Back to the top. So it's this guy out here. He has in his hands. What does he have? One? He doesn't. He draws a club. That's his move. And Phaedra.
Phaedra is reloading.
Yeah. Okay. That puts you at 0 AP. Aegeus, you're up.
All right. Cineas is going to. You can charge, huh?
There is a charge. It's kind of a wonky rule, and I don't remember exactly how it works. So you can. Let me see how that works, though. Because typically you cannot move an attack. It would be two separate things. But let me look real quick. Actions.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just move to right here and get his shield in place.
Charge says that charge requires at least one full combat round of movement anyway. So.
Okay. Cool. He'll move to right there. He'll just get his shield ready and his spear ready.
That's fine.
Like behind the door or whatever. And for somebody to come through.
Yep. That guy is done. Gorgos.
I don't even know if I can cover that distance for Citas. This door is
It
open.
is open,
Yeah?
yes.
Can I cover that?
You can get
distance
there.
with this
You can
guy?
get there. You can move to 10, up to 10.
I would like to get there
Get there. Okay.
and smash.
Yeah,
him
you
if
can't
that's-
you
or
can't attack in the same turn though.
move. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 1 AP left.
Yeah,
I think.
you have one left.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And that guy's still down. Cineas, you're up.
Okay. I will. I can't really throw the javelin in him now, so I'm going to follow Gorgos out to here and then look around.
Yeah, you see this guy over
Mhm.
here off out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah, I'll line up to throw on him.
He sees you do that, and let me see what weapon he has. He has a sling. He's going to try to use it. He's going to throw the sling at you.
The sling or the rock?
The rock of the... He's going to sling it.
Done.
Just the whole sling.
He just
Okay.
throws the sling. He's petulant, basically.
Oh, wrong one. That's not what I wanted to roll. There you go. He misses. It's the rock goes flying overhead as he's like, and this thing just whips over your head. You see curses as it does so. Okay, this guy with his weapon out is going to attack Gorgos. Let me see, what does he have? Got a club. Alright. Okay, that's going to be a hit.
Shit. I guess I should try to block it. Use last AP.
Okay.
Let's see. Did I roll quarantine
Yep,
infantry
mhm,
for that?
yep,
Or,
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So he gets a special. I would say he doesn't notice your wound, so he's just going to do maximize damage. So his damage, well, that's weird. I don't think that's right. Let me see what it is. Huh. Strange. Club is 1d6, so you take, does he have any damage modifier? Nope, so 6 damage to the left arm. What is your soak on the left arm?
That's the shield arm, so none.
What's your hit points?
4.
Alright, so you're going to be at -2. And then let's give you a serious wound here. Okay, so you're stunned for 1 round. And roll endurance.
Man, that max damage is rough.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, your arm is limp at your side. As he smashes you in the shoulder with his club. And that puts him at 0 AP. And Phaedra, you're up. You don't have any AP though, do you? So
I do not.
Aegeus, you're up.
Try to my homie out. Let's see. Get by.
Yeah, you can get by him.
And to here.
Yep, and that'll be your turn. Cineas, I believe you're going to be up.
Yep, I'm gonna carry on with what I was planning. I'm gonna throw at that guy.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So
Nope. Javelin just ricochets off the doorway and misses him.
ugh.
That was your last AP. He doesn't have an AP left. I don't think anybody got any AP left that I don't see.
Cineas' dog get to do anything?
He can harry someone. Who would you send him after, Cineas? He can't attack, but he can.
Yeah, I'll have him harry the guy that's that's fighting Aegeus.
Yeah. So basically, your attacks will be the difficulty level will be lowered on attacks versus that guy.
Cool.
So everybody, go ahead and replenish your AP. I'll replenish theirs. That guy's dead. This guy is... So Gorgos, you can't act this round. Alright, oh man. He sees kind of Gorgos just like kind of messed up from his club, and he turns and he immediately attacks Aegeus as he comes up to defend himself. Miss. Now you can try to parry a miss if you want to potentially get a special on people, right? If you wanted, but you don't have to, because that'll take an AP from you if you do. I'm just giving you the option.
Nah,
Okay. I think it's Phaedra.
Reloading.
Yeah. Let's mark down your AP. Okay, Aegeus, you're up.
Yeah, no worries.
Jeez, he's gonna try to stab this guy.
Yep.
In the other cheek. Right. Yeah. Oh, God.
Miss.
Wait, isn't it easier to hit him?
By 1. He rolled a 93. He would have to... Oh, actually, that's an easy roll for him now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he's got a 108. So, okay. How does that work? Okay. When things are above 100, you subtract it. I'm just trying to remember how this works. Skills over 100. Hold on. I think that he takes a negative to his defense of. If you guys want to take a quick bio break while I do this.
Sure.
Okay.
There you go. That's not. Skills over 100. That's what I want.
Oh man.
No, I just think that means you hit. Okay. But then you would have had to. It would be impossible for you to miss, right? If the highest skilled participant in an opposed or differential roll has a skill excess of 100, that participant subtracts the difference between 100 and his skill value from the skill of everyone in the contest. And his skill value from the skill subtracts the difference between 100 and his skill value from the skill of... Oh, I see. Okay. This reduces the skill value of the opponent. Okay. So it'd be like, what I would do is I would subtract 8 from everyone on his defense roll. So his defense roll is going to be basically plus his skill level will be subtracted by 8. That's how I read that. Okay. So he's going to try to dodge or block it. Why did it do that? That's weird. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. So standard, yeah, he failed. So special for you.
Can do max
You
damage?
can do max damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. What is your dice on that? Let's see. Hit him in the left arm.
Short spear damage?
Yeah, it is basically 9. Yeah, so you actually rolled your damage. That sucks. So 9 damage to his left arm. This guy's in trouble. Left arm. Oh, that kills him. Well, actually, it gives him a major wound. Hold on. He's at -4. Let's see what happens. You have suffered, I should say, a major wound. You're incapacitated immediately. Let's just kind of see how it looks. Endurance. Fail. Oh, how does this kill him as you just jam this through his arm?
So, Cineas takes Tiri on him, and Tiri runs up there and, grabs a hold of the dude's leg, and then Aegeus runs up and stance. You know, he sets his stance and then impales the guy's arm. As the guy drops to the ground, Tyrion's probably just like ripping his throat out.
The nice dog Tyrion rips his throat out. Cineas, what would you like to do with the guy in the doorway over there? He might not be back. That's fine. Combat goes a lot faster when you kind of know what you're doing. Kinda.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's very brutal, right? I mean, either you're stunned or you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to me.
It is. It's actually on Wanderer. Cineas.
Sorry.
No,
about
you're
that.
fine.
Miss Tyrion's awesomeness.
Yeah, you missed it, but Aegeus killed the guy as Tyrion was harrying him, and then Tyrion ripped out his throat. So.
Oh, the reason I
Nice.
hit him was because of Tyrion.
Yep.
Ah, that's my fluffy girl.
All right, you're up, Cineas.
Okay. Well, having failed to hit this guy with a javelin, I'm gonna close on him. I'll try and leave room for other people.
Yep.
So go to there.
Okay. He's gonna draw his hand weapon, which is a club. Yeah, he just unhooks it
Okay.
from his belt. Has the club out. It is Phaedra's turn. I believe you're reloaded.
I am indeed. Okay. Phaedra, she is going to do rapid fire again. Because really, I don't think I can hit the other guy with everybody in
Yeah.
the way. No. Yeah, I'll just rapid fire on this guy.
Guy's laying on the ground, grabbing his leg. It's just shoot the shit out of me. Yeah, go ahead. This guy's like, oh my god, my twins, help me. That one's a miss. Oh no, that was an endurance roll, sorry. That one is a
That one's a
miss, right?
miss.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Next one's formidable.
Alright. Yeah,
Nope.
even worse.
That cover.
And, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just, yeah, you fire 3 shots and they just go all over the place. Yuck.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Aegeus, what would you like to do?
Aegeus is going to move to here.
Alright, Gorgos is still out of it. That guy's still out of it. Cineas, you're up. No weapon out.
Okay, I'll draw it now.
Alright. You draw it, and just as you draw it, he swings his club at you. And that's going to be a hit, depending.
Can I try and
Yes,
parry
you
that?
can.
Okay.
You have 1 AP left at least, right? I think you do now.
yeah.
Yeah. So this will put you at 0.
Yeah.
Puts him at
Okay.
0.
So I just do my combat
Yeah, just
style.
do your combat style. You also okay. Let's look at the size of the weapons. Is what we gotta look at now. What do you have?
I've got a short
Short
sword.
sword. What's your size on that?
Which is medium.
They're both mediums, so
Medium.
you repel it all.
Hey.
So it just hits against the I don't know, how does it look as he swings his club at you and you parry it?
Yeah, he swings the club in straight at Cineas' head, and Cineas manages to throw up his short sword in a clumsy block, and the club just deflects along its length and goes clear, goes wide.
Phaedra, do you have any AP left? I'm guessing not.
No, and then next turn it'll just be her reloading.
Aegeus, what would you like to do? This might be it. if he hits him good. I think you're the only one with AP left. He can't defend.
I'll stab him with the short spear if I can.
It's a hit, special. What would you like?
Do the old
Maximize damage?
hey, let's change it up. Let's do impale. Max damage now, let's do it.
Alright, 9 damage. Go ahead and roll to see where it hits him.
And you can't beat the max damage. For last time when I rolled max damage.
Yeah. So 9 damage to the right arm. Oh man, that's a major wound. All right, let's see this guy's. All right, so he's incapacitated immediately. Let's do an endurance roll. Yeah, how do you kill him?
Right after Cineas' block, it's focused on him. He comes charging up and blade slices right on through the guy's arm, underneath his elbow, and then just kind of through him. Sit back out of him and lets him up there spewing blood all over the floor.
Yep. You two don't see any other enemies. Gorgos, you kind of start to snap out of it, and Phaedra, you still see the guy you're training on with arrows all around him, one on his knees, still screaming out in pain. Otherwise, you just kind of see the slaves running away. It seems like you've defeated your enemies.
Okay, Cineas will head over to Gorgos and examine his wound.
Yeah, you see his left arm, not unlike Aegeus, is kind of... You don't know. It might be broken. It's not as bad as Aegeus's was, but...
Yeah. I'll call Aegeus over. Aegeus, do you think you can heal this? Beyond my magic, I think.
Be quick about it. We do not have time to dilly-dally.
Just walks over and
Yeah, you can cast heal. Just pop the spell so I can know exactly what it does. I think it does pretty decent against Sirius. Major wounds is the one you don't want to get. Sirius is not too bad.
see.
Yeah, you just the screaming stops behind you as you see Phaedra walk up and belly stab that guy. It should be in your professional skills, Rogue, I think. Spell. No, you have a spell menu.
Okay, let me.
But you're gonna need to roll like your rights quarantine too, or is it a miracle or is it just a spell? I think it's a miracle, isn't it?
I think
I'm almost because
Miracle
it's
Cure
different than
Knowledge.
what he has. Cineas, right? Cineas has the rights version, and you have the paladin version.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll exhort in your professional skills.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, it heals single body part full, no more severe than serious, stabilized major wounds.
Well, that would be good then.
And this is the problem, though: is it actually works?
Yeah, exhort is the one you want. You do have luck points too, so. It worked. Go ahead and so it heals his entire injury to full. Is that what?
Yeah.
All right. So describe it as you lay on hands and heal his arm completely.
kind of trying to get his mind into that same forces into that same thing when he felt the light. His mother, it says, "Lennis, may you heal this wound. Lennis, let me borrow your light." And then puts his hand over the wound, leaving touching it. Well, the energy comes out, sealing it, making the colors of the black and blue bruised wound start to dissipate.
Yeah, and you'd even notice, Gorgos, your leg feels completely fine too, as he heals everything in one shot. We'll just say.
Gorgos was about to just get up and start clambering inside the house to grab Karina, but then he just feels that rush of energy and all the pain go away. My friend, surely something has changed within you. Where was this when we were across the ocean?
Kind of looks shocked for a moment again and says, "I was someone else then."
Well, you are something else now. He stands and heads in. Thank you, my friend. Forgive my curtness, but we must be on quickly.
Of course. And he nods towards the house.
Cineas, why don't you give me your I think it's a healing roll or whatever.
Yeah, I've got healing, but I've also got law of medicine.
You can pick whichever's the best.
Okay. Law of medicines is actually higher. I'll go with that. Professional skills, law of medicines.
Yeah, I'll whisper you something.
So yeah, when Gorgos comes into the house, Cineas is looking down at the sleeping girl, and he turns to Gorgos and says, "It is as I feared. She is drugged. We will have to carry her." And he starts sort of struggling to pick her up and put her across his shoulder.
No, I will do it, physician.
Thank you. I'm not as young as I once was.
It's fine, but as long as you can help her when we get back.
I'm sure I can find something. Time is probably the greatest healer.
And you pick up Karina, put her over his shoulder, strap his shield to his back.
Is everything all right?
We have found Gorgos' sister. Unfortunately, she is drugged. We will have to carry her.
All right. If one of you wants to carry her, the rest of us will keep eyes out.
Yes.
Just 1 second.
And then Cineas goes over and starts cleaning the blood off Tiri's mouth.
Yeah, her muzzle is a mess of blood.
Yeah, you think you hear him go, "Who's a messy girl? Is she a messy girl? Yeah. Did she bite the bad man? She bit the bad... Yes, you did."
Oh god.
Ever the stoic.
He doesn't think anyone else can hear.
Wait a sec. Okay. Alright, you head up the road, and you see, as you're heading that way, someone standing there just appears to be waiting, maybe?
Phaedra is going to put away her bow and She'll put her hand on her long spear, not taking it out just yet, but being very cautious when approaching.
Cineas will recover his javelin.
He calls out, "You're all under arrest. I've seen the murder that you've done here. Gorgos! Funny to see you here. Breaking the law."
Why are you here, Konstantinos?
I'm here because I got a tip that you were coming here to do violence, and you have. There's dead men everywhere, I see.
They
You're
were
out.
like this when we came here.
I think not. Harlot.
Why don't you come closer and examine them?
I do not need to come closer. Do you wish to confess your sins? It would be a quick trial that way. Save your families the dishonor.
Aegeus will stand up and shout out, "Who are you? Call us criminals."
I am part of the city guard.
He is a man who steals from the citizenry. He is a wretch, a worthless wretch at that.
Well,
I'm a paladin of the Temple of Lannis.
ah,
We are here to cleanse this place of the evil. You are part of that evil? And he points a spear towards him.
I am simply a man who's come upon a thing. But, as always, a donation to the city guard would be appreciative, and I can go on my way.
You should go on your way.
Well, where is my donation, Paladin?
You must go to the high priest at the Temple of Lannis and ask for that. And confess all your sins to him.
Ah, I see. I will go to the Temple of Lannis and tell him that his paladin is here in Kefin, murdering people. I do not know what he will think. Gorgos,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
about you?
I freed someone who was kidnapped. That is all you need know, Konstantinos. And I am happy to have all these witnesses. Take me to court if you will.
We will see.
Everyone knows what a slug you are. Our reputations are not so far apart as you think.
Well, if you will not pay me, that is a problem. All you have to do is give me a few silver. I forget this ever existed. Did I ever saw this?
He's speaking very big for a man who appears to be alone. Do I see anything behind him? Anyone else moving?
Go ahead
in the
and
distance?
give me, I think it's awareness.
Can we do this
Yes.
as well?
Perception.
Yep.
Well, shit. No, there you go.
Cineas' keen eyes.
Ah, yes. Cineas speaks quietly so that you guys can hear, but Constantinus won't be able to. He is not alone. We should have known a man like him would not speak so boldly unless he felt sure of his numbers.
Phaedra speaks up. How many silvers, Constantinos?
I would say 1 silver for each man dead. what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure. Phaedra will step forward and she'll take out her own coin purse and she'll give him the 4 silver. Take it and go.
Are you coming close to him? He walks
Yeah,
down here a bit.
she'll-
He reaches out to his hand and just waits for you to place the money in his hand.
And she walks up and places the money in his palm. There. Now you can leave.
Ah, thank you. I do appreciate it. You know, I could trade you back 1 silver if you... Your mother has grown tired of me, I think. I think I want to trade for the newest model, huh?
It will take a lot more than 1 silver, Constantinos.
Ah, well, we will see. Thank you for your business. Goodbye, Gorgos. I will see you around.
Don't forget to stop at the temple.
He looks at you. Ah, yes, I will. He turns and goes back up the road, leaves you guys be.
I don't think he's gonna go to the temple.
I would think not, old friend.
Every time I see that man, I feel like I need to wash from merely being in his presence.
I have it on good authority he will not be alive much longer.
That is good to know.
And I am sure someone will bring back your silvers to you.
Yes.
Thank you, Gorgos.
He just walks over with his 4 silver and he's counting it out.
No!
I love it. I love it.
No, you,
Please. Please.
this is part of the deal. I have to pay you. Hey, see that?
Okay.
I hope you're tracking.
Shouts out.
I hope you're tracking your money.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, I'm just,
How many silver do you have left?
he's gonna shout it out kind of so that the commoners see it as well, you know. Go. Templars, they're good people. Take care. To the church.
Nice. What did happen here?
She'll take it, bashful, and say thank you, Aegeus. I appreciate it.
All right, what do you want to do?
We should go back to the city. We should let your family know, Gorgos, that your sister is okay, and see if we can examine her.
Yes, I believe the old sage will do well when he has his gear and equipment, but we must hurry back.
To here? Or, back to the city, yes.
I wonder.
Good.
I wonder if it is safe to take her to your place. Unless we settle our scores with the slavers soon, they will come looking for her.
We are under protection now. It will be fine. I will make sure it is fine. And my brothers, though they are not warriors, they will fight to the death anyone who comes to their home. I have taught Manolos a few things.
Yeah. And your sister as well, I think.
She has the mind of a warrior, maybe, but the temper of a child sometimes.
Well, she is
She
young
just
yet.
needs proper training, this all.
I would prefer she not, but it is her life to live. We must be off.
Yes.
It doesn't take you long to head back into the city. You get some looks because you're carrying Karina over your shoulder. But you end up back at your home without any interference from the law enforcement or otherwise. When you walk in, Manlos and your brothers, or I'm sorry, Aura and your brothers leap up. Oh, Gorgos, you're back. Hey, Karina, is she okay? They kind of like encircle you immediately.
Make way, make way. And he moves and kind of puts her on one of the beds that are there, and lean-tos that they have. And they've given her some kind of drug. Cineas will try to help us, but she is alive.
Good, good. Do your work, Doctor. We can pay you, I think.
That will not be needed. Thank you. But, do I think that this will just wear off in time?
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you've seen it before. It's not uncommon.
Right. She merely needs rest. Keep her rested, and when she wakes, give her water, give her a little food, but not too much, and let her recover, let her sleep.
It is that easy. She will be fine then.
It depends what has happened to her. I'm merely referring to the drug. When she comes round, she'll be able to... Well, it depends on her experiences. Depends how well those men treated her.
Yes, of course. Yeah, you could wake her up with that, Aegeus. If you...
He'll go over to her and like inspect her and stuff. And
I mean, you look her over. She appears to be sleeping more than anything. Down to 8, but
he'll say a prayer for her and try it at least. If it happens, maybe he could control these people.
yeah, go ahead and give me an exhort roll. Not that one. Yeah, you're just not able to wake her up.
He just says, he kind of hopes for it, as he holds his hands over her head, and then he just puts her head, nods to the others.
Perhaps it is just as well. I think Lannis, too, believes we should let this girl sleep.
She has been through much, I suppose.
Yes. I hope they treated her well.
I do as well, but we should take our time. Gorgos, is there anything else that you are of need for us?
Not at this time. I must speak to Basil, see what he wishes to do now. He has met his end of the bargain.
Of course.
As you're speaking, it's almost like someone's been kind of loitering outside. Um, he peeks in again. Ah, I see you have what you came for, huh?
Yes. There is no amount of thanks I can give.
Well, you have a bargain from my understanding. Regardless, there are people speaking on the streets that you came with her over your shoulder, and Basil learns quickly. I do believe he wishes to speak to all of you.
I will go, although I cannot speak for the others.
Of course. Will you come see my master Basil?
Of course.
I will come. I do not wish to cause trouble for Gorgos.
And you, Paladin.
Aegeus nods. Says, of course.
Good. Well then, follow me. If you are able, you all look fine. I am surprised. And I am surprised too.
Well, it seems as if the light of Lannis had guided us in this battle.
Perhaps. Well, Gorgos, we shall be seeing much more of each other then, eh?
It would appear so.
It is good that you will honor your deal with Basil. He is a reasonable man, but if he is drawn to anger, it is not good, as you might assume.
I will write my letter of resignation to the city guard today. We'll send it to them on the morrow.
Well, let us see what Basil has for you. Hmm?
Of course. And he
We're going to
stands
say
up,
something,
looks
right?
to-
You can interject.
When Gorgos said that, he was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Are leaving the city guard?
A matter better shared in private with us after this business is done, I think.
Nods. Kind of thinking deeply about it.
Yeah, you head down the street, cut a couple corners. By this point, you guys kind of know where you're going. Gorgos definitely does, but your guide there leads you to the bathhouse again. You come down the stairs partially, and you hear talking for a moment, and then Pyrgirius looks down and says, Basil, I have brought Gorgos and the others. And Basil looks up kind of at the top of the stairs. Ah! He's getting out of the water. He has like a robe around him. It is good to see you all. You look all whole. Unharmed. I am pleased.
As am I. The information you provided helped to meet your end of the bargain. And so I have come to honor mine as well.
Ah, come. Let me take you into the pavilion. Come. And he leads you kind of to another part of the outside of the bathhouses. Pretty nice. There's a big table in the middle of the open air columns, and it has fruits and wine and other things. Sit down, feast. You must be tired from your travels and your fighting. He looks to Cineas and Aegeus. I do not believe I know you two. I am Basil.
I'm Cineas, physician and friend of Gorgos.
Well, a friend of Gorgos is a friend of mine.
I am Aegeus, blood in Temple of Lannis.
I see that. Gorgos has very important friends.
If he trusts you, I shall trust you.
Well, I do attempt to repay my trust with action, as I have delivered the whereabouts of his sister. I will ask, how is she, by the way? I hope she is doing well and not overly harmed.
Under the influence of some kind of drug, likely to make her compliant, but my friend Cineas assures me that she will recover with rest.
That is good. I worked as quickly as I could to find her. It took a little longer than I would have liked, but the Carassians are no fools. Speaking of, Caras, from what I have heard, has went underground. He is hiding for the moment.
Just where a worm would hide.
Yes. He is quite the slug. We will deal with him in time, Gorgos.
As long as I have the ability to protect my family while he is quaking in his boots, I am not overly concerned about that man.
You are now a member of the Hentian League. I will station guards at your house. And speaking of your house, it will not do. I will acquire you something more proper for a man of your standing.
That would be appreciated.
Of course, give me a few days to arrange it. He looks at Phaedra, and you, I do believe you live nearby as well. Do you wish to come into my employ as well? What can you do?
I apologize, but my duty is with the paladin here.
A higher calling, then.
Yes.
Aegeus smiles and looks towards Phaedra, and I don't know if you had gotten my.
Did you whisper something?
Yeah, it was something about the silver. How much did he give me?
Oh, he gave. Yeah. For I'll whisper you that. Sorry, I didn't.
Whatever it is, yeah. Aegeus is like, speaking of which, this is for you. And he takes this pouch. And probably get you accommodations, I think, as well.
Do you give that to Phaedra?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. He hands Phaedra a pouch.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's heavy. It's if you would go and count it, it's 20 state silver.
And how much is get a new plate?
Oh, you can get a much better place for just a couple silver.
Oh, okay. Phaedra is hesitant, but she takes the sack of coin. She doesn't count it. She takes a moment, and you see her kind of look up and blink a few times, and she puts it away. Thank you, Aegeus. We'll talk about this after, once we leave this place.
nods and smiles. Says, forgive me, Hazel, but, oh, I have heard rumors that, you are more a criminal than a dangerous man. But, do things to protect the people.
We cut out just a little bit. What was the question at the end?
You do things to protect the people, I see.
I do things to protect the people when it is in my own interests. I do not run roughshod over them either. It is not profitable to bury the people. If they are content and they like me or fear me, then it is easier to control them in these places. I do not wish them overly harm. Happy people spin the coin, and I do like coin.
He just thinks on it for a moment and nods, and he says, you can't believe everything that you hear. In fact, just today I heard that the Templars are not so trusted. The Paladins and the Temple of Lannis, anyway.
I would not know about such things. The paladins do not come here. You're the first paladin I have seen in the Bromo Orders. We are beneath them. They live on the heights. Their white, he kind of nods to you, cloaks would be mighty dirty if they were in the Bromo Orders for very long.
It's unfortunate. Light of Lannis should shine for all. I suppose it cannot always be thus.
Lannis did not raise me to be who I am. I will stick with my own gods.
Nods. What gods are those?
Oh, what's it called? Ghost, he told you, the other guy told you to steal something from this guy, right?
Yes, a relic of his god. It was a sea god. I don't remember his name.
I followed the god of the sea. I know that he is not well appreciated in your pantheon, but it is my way. I like the water.
To each their own. Raise a cup. If they have.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wine on the table. He goes and the servants bring the wine to everyone. And he snaps his finger and he passes out the cups. And, well then, to victory, to Gorgos, eh? And he lifts his cup.
Phaedra will join in as well. To Gorgos.
Yes, Cineas will lift a cup too. To Gorgos.
To Corina. He raises his cup. Drinks.
As you all drink, as you bask in your victory and saving your sister, that is where we'll end it tonight, and the screen will fade to black on that.
We did it, boys.
That critical deceit roll, man.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That was great.
Thank God that guy was stupid. Because I was not very good.
Because
Oh, yeah, he
Oh my god.